Bite Freddy back. Fred lagged out. Not good. Fudge is hosting. Maybe that's the reason why. J707J coming across the line. It's a 131.5 for the American here today. Fudge sets a 32.8. Fudge, he is running no assists. So that's a bit of a challenge for him. Ballsy man, indeed. David coming up towards the line. This is a 103.0 through the second sector for David. Comes around the final corner. This isn't going to be a great time for David. It's probably going to be a 33 or so. 33.5 for David. Certainly would like to improve on that. Money to Cheeks invalidated to turn 1. Switchback coming up towards the line now. 102.7 through the middle sector. That's up on David's time. Can he put himself ahead of Fudge on the grid? No, he cannot. It's a 33.0 for Switchback on his first lap. Monier to Cheeks, he's invalidated. Inakalak has invalidated. Fighting out Bots on a lap. Your pole sitter from yesterday who eventually won the race as well. He absolutely dominated me, Theo, Ecos Verstappen, all those guys.
He bent
we
you
were
over and
not
stopped you
competitive
all.
compared to him. If you're joining the stream now, this is Flip-Off Fish commentating today. Unfortunately, the two guys from yesterday, things come up. One of them, he had to go to his wife's like Mother's Day party thing, and then the other one of his friends had a kid, and so he's going to see him. But fighting a bot coming through the second sector now. And the Alpine car, he's in the full-time ride in this tier. In the Saturday tier, he is a reserve, but he did get the win, so... Could he win in both tiers? Be something. That's
yes, he can.
Yeah, he probably could.
And he's going to get a pole.
31.2, and we know he can improve on that. He did a 30.5 yesterday. Giabu on the medium combat tire in that Ferrari. I'm going to check the comments here, too.
Yeah, I need to down
If you're
my
watching the
wing
stream,
a little.
it's a low turnout for today, for the opening race, but I can guarantee you it's going to improve. Yeah, J7's crying about it. Oh, it's Drew. Hey, Tyson Sherman, he's rooting for Wolvers here today. Yeah, Wolvers is a dog, bro. Found him in 5-lappers. He's a damn good driver. It's his first league, though.
Wow, really? What a crackhead.
Yep. Same with the Inakalak, actually. Both of these guys.
Wow.
Both the first league. But this is the best time to get points because we only have 11 drivers here. Some of these drivers, like Fred the Red, Monier, who aren't expecting to compete for the championship but could compete for a top 5 finish, are going to want to look to get a boatload of points today before we start bringing more drivers in. Realistically, I think Fight Me Now Bot and J707J are probably the two favorites today. Wolvers was setting some good times in TT. I saw he set a 31.2, and that is the pole time. So if he pulls that out of the bag here today, that would be something to behold. We've seen debut drivers do pretty well in WSR before.
I got second in my first race here.
Yeah, we had
behind the crackhead esports driver. I don't even Monster. I remember him.
Monster XD. Yeah, I remember him, and he left after like 3 races in the junior tier.
Yeah, then he went to go.
Those were the good old days when we had 3 tiers. All of them were full. Back in F1 2020.
The days when I was absolute dog water.
Yeah, we're gonna get back to those days, J707J. Me and Turkey have a plan. Wolver's already invalidated on his lap. Oh, he's on his out lap. Never mind. I'm a fool. We need Drew back commentating. Oh, for now, Fred the Red goes for a spin here. Kiabu on the medium compound tire says a 36.0. Not a competitive time, but it still puts him P7 because 4 other drivers have not set a competitive lap time as of yet. There's going to be an incredible midfield battle here, though, J707J. For sure. Because look at all these guys. You got from Fudge to David, it's a 7/10 gap, and I think Kiabu, Monier, the Cheeks, Fred the Red, and Fernasco slot into that midfield battle as well, based on their pace, what I know they can do. And Wolvers is a bit of an unknown, so we'll see what he can do in that McLaren. Anybody? Oh, we can go on board with Giabu. He's on the lap. Nice apex there through the second to last corner. He could have taken a little bit more speed on the exit, but it's okay. Coming up to the line here for Giabu. Seems like he has a bit of a high fuel load into the car, just trying to get some laps in. It's a 34.5 for the Ferrari man. And he backs out to regen his battery. Probably about a 1 second gap between softs and mediums.
Shit.
Am I correct on that, J77J?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. Copy that.
I hate this game.
Oh, Wolvers has got a ton of fans in the chat here. We got two people, Tyler and Kylie. Both big Wolvers fans. We'll go on board with him. Give him some screen time. He's at the end of Sector 1 now. Into, I think that's the turn 11. You want to call it hairpin, I don't know what to call it. But he got a decent exit there. Hit a little bit of the inside curb, which is what you want to do. To straighten out the car a little bit. Coming down into turn 12 now. Uses that outside curb. He's been practicing, man. He's been watching Jarno Otmir. Damn, he's got that down pat. Wolvers knows what he's doing here. It's a fastest middle sector for the McLaren man. In his league racing debut, Wolvers has put on a show here in qualifying his first lap. Oh my gosh, he is hitting every apex using all of the track here. Pretty impressive. Looks like he's taking off TC. Oh, that's a really nice apex there, too. He could have used a little bit more curb on the outside. It could have stayed in fourth gear here. Oh, he almost invalidates, but he's coming across the line. It's a 32-1. Codemasters. He's at the fastest middle sector, but he's what? There's no way. He must have had a really bad first sector. Because that lap looked hooked up.
It's easy to mess up the first sector.
I did a 31-2, and it looked basically the same as that in the last two sectors. His teammate here, Fudge. He's coming through Sector 1 now. I didn't see his split there. He's on 2-lap old soft compound tires.
It's going to be raining for the race, by the way.
Really?
Yep.
How long?
The whole thing.
No way.
Yep.
No way. Are you joking?
I'm not.
What the oh my gosh. A 12 person race. Full wet conditions. For the whole race. Oh my gosh.
It's going to be intermediate tires.
Oh my gosh. Well, that's going to switch things up. There's going to be a lot of spins. That's for sure. Alright, 5 bots invalidated. We got nobody on a lap right now, it seems like.
I'm going out my final lap. I'm going out the pits. I can take off 5/10.
And yeah, you probably can. But will you, though?
Ugh.
I mean, if you invalidate, you might be close on getting another lap in. Probably would be able to. Wolbers is not setting competitive time. David's on an outlap. Freddy's on an outlap. Fernasco's on an outlap. He's about to start a lap. He's on the medium compound tires. I'm not sure why he's doing that, because if J77J is correct, it's supposed to rain in the race, correct? So,
yep.
The whole race. Well, that presents a new challenge to these drivers. That's going to be around probably a 45-50 minute race. Full intermediate conditions are not very difficult in this game, though. It's not like other games like GT Sport where it's a real struggle on the traction. I mean, it feels pretty good. Doesn't feel like you're about to spin every
These
corner.
cars are much looser in the game than IRL, from what I've seen.
Well, with TT setups, yes, time trial setups, they're very loose. But if you have a stable setup on it, I mean,
holy
may lose you time, but you're not gonna feel any looseness at the rear end. They're too easy to drive in the wet, though, which is the point I was trying to make before.
And away we go.
Yep, just sent us some Jay starting his lap. Fernasco.
Oh wow, I'm already down. That's great.
1 of 3-5. That was not a competitive second sector at all, really. Wolvers? Yeah, he backed out of his lap. He's a 10th down. That was his second lap on those tires, I think. Or, hold up. Yeah, I'm looking at the Red McLaren. Holy box in this lap, put it on a fresh set. David, he's down 2/10 in the first sector. Fred the Red will go on board with him. Through turn 12.
What are you saying right now? I don't understand. How am I down?
Jason SMJ's down in his lap through the first sector. Looks like Fred the Red might have backed out in his lap.
Am I down?
No, he's pushing it.
Dude, what? I'm nailing these turns, there's no way.
Through the final corner for Fred. Oh my gosh, that's a really good time. A 32-0 for the Britishman. Fred's one to watch out for, man. He won a race back in the junior tier in Vietnam. Back on the last game. Remember that race? It was really chaotic, and somehow Fred came out on top. He didn't get. I don't think he had another top 5 the rest of the season. It's sort of like the Pastor Maldonado of sorts, you know, coming out of nowhere. Jason SMJ's raging.
It's over. It's a GG. It's a wrap.
It's over. Jason SMJ will not be getting
Can I just send it in the wall here? 3, 2, 1, and
oh, Jason SMJ's just throwing it in the towel. But really, the race is going to be a completely different story. It's going to be about not spinning. Kiabi says he doesn't know how to play this game anymore. Well, that's unfortunate.
Am I going to start on the back?
It's a wet race. You better hope for your life that you figure out how to play the game. Switch back with fast middle sector. We saw the same thing for Wolvers earlier in the session, and he was a second down, so I'm not sure if the game's tripping out or if that's actually legit. Buddy Fernasco's retired. He'll be starting P11. Switchback, pretty good lap. A little bit more time left there at the second to last corner. That was a solid last corner. Could have used more curb. It's a 32-1 for Switchback. He's improved a ton on his lap. Seth Fudge.
Board with Fudge. Come on, Fudge.
Switchback and Fudge are not using line or any assists. I could be wrong on that though, but that's mighty impressive. It's very difficult.
He's not. I don't think he is. Please don't upshift too early, Fudge. It hurts my heart.
Nah, you win a short shift sometimes. I don't know why he's going in the second gear there.
To the line.
Oh my gosh, that's
way
he's starting.
Down.
Yeah, looks like.
Alright then, let's ride on board.
I think the fans are probably going to want.
It's the apex, turn 1. Does go over it a little
is
bit.
pushing on his out lap.
Now, going
about
into
to start
the
his actual lap. We'll go on board with him. I'll come to the lap here. Alright, up in the turn 1 for Wolvers. I don't know the corner on the turns, to be honest. Don't know which turn. This is turn 1 for sure. And he hits it pretty well there. Up in the third gear.
You've got to send it. You've got to jerk the car. You cannot do it smooth unless you want to lose time. Oh,
yeah, he jerked the car for sure there. Matthew Hero's joined just in the nick of time. The Park Ferme is off, so he'll be able to collect the setup for the race. Maybe let Matthew Hero know it's a wet race, so he puts on a wet setup. Give him an advantage.
Yeah, we'll let him figure out the hard way.
Yeah, Wolvers really loves to use the outside curbs. He definitely put in some practice time for this race.
You know, sometimes the outside curves aren't as fast as you think they would be.
Well,
only esports drivers can really utilize those.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. It's the quickest way around the track if you know how to use them. And you're
turning it early, I like it. Cutting.
He's on the wheel for sure. I mean, he's looking at steering inputs. Fast middle sector. He's up a 10th. His lap keeps looking
snappy.
How is he so far off? Unless I'm missing something. Oh, that's gonna be invalidation.
Rip.
How is Wolvers so far off? Because
his entries look slow. I'm not sure. Let's watch these last 2 turns.
No, because he looks like he should be doing a 31, but he's way off.
He's just not carrying enough speed with the entry. This track is very important for setting up your entries.
Yeah, he improved by 2.5 tenths there. But it's not going to count. He would have been up in a P3. That's the end of the session.
I thought I was flying, but I was losing time somehow.
And Aklak invalidates there. David on a lap. Look at that. Oh my gosh. He's using a lot of turn in there on the steering wheel. Sometimes you don't want to use that much. But he's hooked it up pretty well.
Invalidation.
The wheel is definitely the right you definitely want to be using a wheel in that sector 1. It's way better.
Fudge is going on another lap. He's already on the main straightaway right now, or back straight. Let's see his little sweaty inputs. Look at that. I'm telling you, this guy is sweat. He needs to go
He's
outside.
backed out of his lap. David, he's up 2.5 tenths to sector 1. David could put it on the second row of the grid here.
Purple
With
for
a
fight.
good
Sector 2.
Monia
pushing
Cheeks got
hard.
disqualified. Danger did not get a lap, and we're going to have 13 runners for this race. David, he's coming through the last couple corners now. Oh, he needed to cut a little bit more of that corner. He went way too wide, and then, oh my gosh, he completely messed up the second to last corner. Does not invalidate, but that might lose him P3 on the grid. He's going to try and compensate the final corner. Oh, and he invalidates. He lost a lot of time in that final sector.
Ay, caramba.
Oh, I thought he did a 32.5. I'm an idiot. Oh my gosh.
33.
Everybody looks so similar, but the times are so different. It's just the speed they're carrying. The confidence they have. Looks like... Why does it look like Fight Me Now Bot's on a lap? The way his AI is driving.
He probably is. Oh, never mind. The real fight would use the curbs like the little sweat he is.
Alright, we're waiting for the two McLarens to join the pit lane completely.
What are your predictions? Who's gonna win? Who's gonna crash? Alright.
A lot of people are going to crash. We have
Why
13
do you
guys
think
for
that
this
is?
race. Because it's going to be a wet race.
So what? No excuses. You should be able to handle your car, right?
I mean, you're not wrong. But a lot of these guys, I don't think they did practice for the wet.
I'm gonna crash because I'm so
Oh,
bad.
just haven't.
Do not look at my.
I'm sure the people watching the stream would love to go back to the commentators that were that did it yesterday, because they are so much better than us. There's a
I
reason.
know.
There's a reason I didn't want to commentate. That's because
Well,
I'm
I
shit at
don't
it.
ever commentate. I'm just here because I don't.
Yeah, I
want
might
to
kick you out of the party here pretty soon, J7-7J.
You're the one who begged me to be here, so.
Well, that's because I thought it was gonna be boring, and that qualifying session was actually fairly entertaining. And
Okay.
once we get a few more drivers in here for the next couple weeks, man,
That's alright.
they're gonna put on a hell of a show. But I think
I'll
they're still gonna put on a hell of. No, don't leave, don't leave.
Exactly.
You better beat Fight Me Now Bot though. I'm putting my money.
I
on
will.
you.
Don't worry.
I'm putting my money on a J7-7J win. Fight Me Now Bot in second, and we'll put third place on Wolvers. We'll go with him.
I'm good in the rain.
Did Matthew join?
Yeah.
Doesn't say he's in the list, so that's not good. He probably clicked spectate.
Oh, it's full wets, baby.
Full wets, baby? Okay. Full wet
Yes,
conditions.
ma'am.
The first wet race we've had in like a year, I
It's
swear.
gonna dry up towards the end, but I don't know.
How long? Can you give us some input? You're the driver commentator here. You need to help me out.
It's gonna.
How many
at lap
like
25? It's gonna
how many
drying
like
up,
wet
but
icons
barely.
is there? Like rain icons.
There's 1, 2, 3, 3 full wets, 2 little ones, and then 2 cloudy.
All right, so we'll get some
shit.
dry running here with about 3 or 4 laps left. We got 12 drivers. 12 drivers on the grid. Matthew Hero probably clicked spectate by accident. He would have been the 13th.
Oh yeah, it's been a while. I have not gotten any practice in the rain.
Yep, Fight Me Now Bot. We'll see. Everybody's on. I'm surprised nobody tried intermediates. That's a great strategy, actually. I've done it before and it works. If the wet period isn't long enough, you want to put on inners. You'll lose a little bit of time in the first couple laps, but you'll be set for the rest. As FC Danger's about to get back in here.
With most leagues, the strategy is just to pull away, so you're away from all the crazy people.
Well,
So you're safe.
I don't think anybody practiced for the wet conditions here. I don't think many people have driven in the wet around Coda. Even in 5-lappers, Fudge wrecked it on the formation lap. He just did a BOTAS. And his tires are going to be lit up. He's going to lose a little bit of performance, because when you spin, the tire indicator, you get like a few extra percentage points on your tires. Switchback and Aklak. This midfield battle is going to be something to behold. I'll tell you that. I don't know who's going to come on top. It's really like you got Five Out and J707J, and you got the rest of the field at the moment. Battle for third, really anybody from third to 12th, I think, can win it. Giabu said he was struggling a little bit, so maybe we take him out of consideration, but you know what, we'll keep it in it. We got a few guys using no assists, so we have Fudge, Switchback, Danger. They're all going to be struggling on these first couple laps, trying to spot their braking points. But it's a bit easier in the wet with no assists than in the dry. At least with like not using the racing line.
I don't know. Anti-lock is gonna suck.
Anti-lock's fine. It's really easy in the wet. I do it. Alright. We got a decent camera angle for once. We can actually turn up the tire.
I'm on the inside for turn 1. You know what that means.
Alright, J7, shut up and focus. I'll take it away from here.
Slammed.
11 drivers here. FC Danger's not going to make it back in time for the race. It's going to be quite interesting here. Stay tuned, viewers.
Stay tuned for a shit show.
It's not going to be a shit show. Got to think positive.
Alright. Turn that frown upside down.
And you can shut the hell up. Oh, I almost dropped the F-bomb. Alright, 5 red lights are about to come on here for the USA Grand Prix here. Round 1 of the Sunday tier season. Monnier to Cheeks jumps to start, so does Giabu. We got 2 jump starters here at the start of this race. J707J, does he get a good start on Fight Me On Bot? Looks like he got a decent start. He's going to send it down the inside going into turn 1. That Wolvers is up into third. Fred the Red gets back up into third. Through turn 1 we go. Giabu's a sprinter third back. Fudge spun as well at the start. And Wolvers and Fred the Red are battling going down into the S section here. Fred the Red gets third for now. We got a lot of close battles here on the opening lap. Wolvers is trying to make a move on Fred the Red. He's searching for grip in areas where other drivers are not. Oh, a little bit of a squirm there on the exit. Now down into turn 11, the first heavy braking zone outside of turn 1. See how Wolvers spots it. He spots it pretty well. And Aklak and Switchback are battling here. And Monnier to Tweaks as well. This is a 3-headed battle here for 5th place. Naklak in the slipstream now of Monnier to Cheeks. He's gone up from 12th to 5th on this first lap. What a start for him, but he does have that jump start. Switchback sending it down the inside of Naklak. Down into turn 12. He gets the move done. Runs a little bit wide, and Naklak might be able to come back here on Switchback. Switchback probably has to get that position back, but it looks like he's going to keep it for now. Will Naklak send it down into turn 15? Oh, yes, he does. What a move from Naklak. Switchback, to be fair, left in the space. And here comes Switchback's teammate, Fernasco, trying to go around the outside here at the quadruple apex, turns 15 to 18. Giabu spun again. And with that jump start, that's an absolutely disastrous start for the Brazilian. Wolvers is on the back now of Fred the Red. We're at the end of lap 1 now. A 1:52.1 was the fastest lap for Firmino Bot. This is going to be a grind of a race. Fudge pits. He had damage on that first lap when he hit the wall. But too much revs at the start and then probably tried to put it into overtake. Oh, a switchback goes for a spin. Looked like Seb Vettel there. Wolvers is hitting up these apexes. He's dialed into the circuit right now. The gap between Firmino Bot and Fred the Red in third is already almost 3 seconds. And Monnier de Cheeks has that drive-through penalty, so Wolvers is really fighting Fred the Red for this third. He doesn't really have to worry about anybody else behind if they get caught up in a battle here. Oh, he already gets a penalty though. That's a big deal. You got 27 laps remaining. You're already picking up time penalties. That's going to be another factor in this race, especially if you have a late safety car. They're going side by side here onto the main straight. Wolvers in the slipstream of Fred the Red. Can he get by? He's trying to. Oh, he's not going to go for it, surprisingly. I would have sent it down the inside if I were Wolvers. Try to build that gap to the rest of the field. Monnier de Chiefs goes a little wide. Fernasco and David are going side by side. What a great camera angle from Codemasters there. Oh, it's further up in Aklak and Monnier de Cheeks. And Aklak gets ahead. Fernasco stays ahead of David. Oh, Monier runs a little bit wide. It's going to give Fernasco a chance to maybe get by, but he's way too far back, at least for now. How's it going, J707J?
I'm struggling. I'm losing time. I'm horrible.
Nice insight from J707J there. We've got a big gap to the rest of the guys. Switchback lost a lot of time with that spin. He's 20 seconds back from the rest of the pack. What the hell happened to him? Alright, Wolvers lost a little bit of time on that lap to Fred the Red. He looked like he was going to get past. Almost lost a second in that third sector, surprisingly. Trying to use overtake there. That's a treacherous position to use overtake. Pull up the telemetry here for you guys for a little bit. Switchback's pitting. He's called it quits already.
My setup is so shit. I can't get any grip.
Fernasco. He is close to making a move on Monier to Cheeks here. Monier will have to pit at the end of this lap for his drive-through penalty. Oh, as Monier runs wide, Fernasco is going to get a run here on the Alpine driver. He's in the slipstream. Not gaining much time, though. Guarantee Monier's activated that ERS as well. Yes, he has. Will Fernasco try and send it? No, he's going to wait. Doesn't look like Monier runs wide, though. David came out of nowhere, too, and he's trying to make the move on Fernasco. Fudge has had another spin. Oh, it's down the inside. Goes. Oh, it's 3 wide. Oh, my gosh, in the turn 15. Wow, what a battle there. Oh, my gosh. David almost loses it. Oh, but shit. Freaking Wuthers just made a move on Fred the Red. Fred must have had a moment there. These guys are 6 seconds off our leader already. Fred the Red's pitting. Same with Monier. Oh, it's David. Oh, David must have hit Fernasco there. There's a bit of contact. I wonder what... Is Fred the Red pitting for intermediates? He is... Yes, he is. Monier had to stay out, though, because he wasn't allowed to change tires because he had to set that drive-through. Fight Me Now Bob picks up a 3-second time penalty already. But J7SM is 2 seconds back. See if Fernasco can catch back up to David, who just got by him in the through turn 1. These gaps are going to be huge, J7SM. If we don't get a safety car, I mean, you could see a 30-40 second gap from first to third. It's really something we haven't seen in a long time in this league.
I am so bad at this game. Holy shit, I can't.
You're gaining time on Fight Me Now Bot, though, so. I mean, he's losing. He lost about 3 or 4 tenths there, but he's gaining it back now on the straightaway. We got comments coming in, I'll check those. Appreciate you guys sticking around. Yeah, what's up, Galaxy? We could have used you today, buddy. A few extra jabbers. For this full wet race. He's watching TikToks. I mean, we just made a TikTok account. Oh, Fudge and Giabu. Giabu lost it. Alright, who's the closest battle? J7, do you think you could catch up to Fight Me Now Bot?
Hell no.
Hell no?
I'm trying.
That's unfortunate. Fernasco, he is closing up on David. David must have had a moment through the quadruple apex corner there. Yeah, everybody's... Oh, what? Oh, yeah, Feather Red pit, didn't he, for inners. We'll check his pace at some point. Fernasco and David, this is the closest battle on track here. Dangerous cars and AI, so we're not going to worry about that with him and Giabu. Alright, Fernasco. Oh, time penalty for Fernasco. That's going to cost him. J7SM, how long until dry tires? Can you
lap
call
25,
Jeff?
like at the end.
Do the thing with Jeff, like the weather report. I mean, he'll
Got it,
provide
boss.
really useful data. Fernasco won't be able to make a move yet. Wolvers, he is in a league of his own since Fred the Red Pit. He is 7 seconds behind Jason SMJ, 4 seconds out of Vanaklak. We'll see what's faster here. I'll check really quickly on Fred the Red's first sector split. 29.4. Wolvers was a 30.0, so yeah, the intermediate tires are definitely quicker at this stage. Fred the Red's gained 6/10 on Wolvers on that lap, and you can see the rain is lined up on the TV there, on the screen. So I think it's time for these guys to box for intermediate tires. Whether they do or whether they don't is a different question. Oh, it's Jason SMJ collides with the wall! Is that damage for the Ferrari man?
Yes, it is. Shit.
Oh, Jason SMJ picked up damage, and that is going to give Fight Me Now Bot some breathing room. Wolvers does not crash, and Aklak's going to pit as well. Everybody's pitting. Do any of these guys mess up the pit lane entry? No, they do not, but that's a big deal for Jason SMJ. Huge mistake for the Ferrari man.
It's okay, I'll catch
did
up.
they
Don't
change
worry,
your
I'm
lane?
cracked. Yes,
Yeah,
they did.
Wolvers is really close. Oh, Fred the Red completely jumped both of them. Fred the Red gained a lot of time on Wolvers, almost 4.5 seconds by pinning 2 laps before him. But as you see in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen, he has underfilled the car a ton. He'll have to make that up. Oh my gosh, he almost spun there. Oh my gosh. Oh. He's doing some off-road in there. Wolvers, he is good on fuel. Jason SMJ is good on fuel. Anybody else not good on fuel? Monier de Cheeks is not good on fuel. So we had a few drivers underfuel their cars here for this race today, which isn't the worst idea, but if you don't get a safety car, sometimes you don't make that back, even in wet conditions. Like, you have to lift and coast a ton to make back fuel, even in the wet. And with the fact that there's not a ton of drivers here for today's race, and that means there's going to be a lower chance of a safety car, it might not have been the best strategy for Fred and Monier to underfuel. It's a big gamble. Fight Me Now Bot has a penalty, Fred the Red has a penalty, Wolvers. So everybody's going to have time penalties at some point in this race. It all depends on how many you get. Like, if you're Wolvers, what you're trying to do right now is manage your penalty situation. Don't pick up warnings. Because if a safety car somehow comes out in the last 5 laps or so, and everybody around you has like 6 or 9 or 12 seconds of time penalties, you could easily win this race or get second place from the position he's in. I highly doubt Jason SMJ will get 6 seconds of penalties, but you never know. That's the thing as a league racing driver. You have to think about the long game. Right now you want to be pushing like crazy trying to catch up to J7 and Fred, but you have to see the long picture. If there's a safety car and you have very little penalties, you're in a great situation. You want to keep that ERS level up too. You can use a lot of it in the wet. Like, I would be using it completely on the backstretch, whole backstretch, and then just saving it in the rest of the corners. Wolvers is staying with Jason SMJ pretty well. He hasn't lost that much time on the intermediate tires so far. I'll tell you what, he is a pretty good driver with these apexes. He's using a lot of the curbs. I'm not sure if he still has traction control on. I told him to turn that off, because that loses you a ton of time. I think he has, judging by his throttle input. But he'll definitely get quicker over the season if you just turn it off. Something that takes time. Fernasco closing up to David now. And these two have put on a hell of a show in those first few laps, and now they're starting to close back up to each other. Fernasco using up a ton of his ERS on this lap. Can he get to the back of David? Not yet. David did struggle on that one lap though through turn 15, the triple right-hander or quadruple right-hander, whatever it is. And we'll see if that happens again this lap. These drivers are so cautious on that throttle pedal. Looks like Fernasco tried to send it a little bit there, but he wasn't close enough. Fight Me Now Bot with the quickest lap of the race. It's a 46.6. Wolvers picks up another time penalty, and that puts guys like a Nakalak right back in the game. And a Kilk. Can't pronounce his name for my life. But Inakilk is only 7 seconds back. Wolvers has 6 seconds of time penalties already in this race. And that's the thing I came back to. If there's a late safety car, guys like David and Inakilk and Jason SMJ are in a really good spot. Because if you have like 3 or 4 laps to go, there's no way guys who have 6 seconds of penalties are going to be able to pull out 6 seconds. Especially in the dry conditions, where the performance gap should be a lot less.
Almost died.
Yeah, J7, nice drift there.
Oh, I can't get any grip on my
Yeah, you're losing a ton of time on the intermediates to Fight Me Now Bot. Fight Me Now Bot could probably pit for another set of intermediates.
Yeah, because this dude's got a wet setup on, and I have like 4,000 gallons of fuel. I don't have anything good going.
How much did you overfuel the car, J7SMJ?
I did not overfuel the car well, I put like 1 or 1.5 laps over.
1.5 laps? That's all.
Laps,
I usually put around
like
a lap more fuel than what's needed, just in case. Fernasco this lap though, he's a lot closer to David. Can he make a move on the Mercedes driver? Down into turn 12, he's not close enough. He gets some more exits. I think he's gonna send it in, what's it, turn 14 or turn 15? I don't know. I've been mixing up these turn names all day, but here he goes. He thinks, he's gonna, he almost went for the move. Gotta be more committed than that. You gotta send it earlier in the corner, Fernasco. You can't send it last second, because then you'll get turned around by David, who's not gonna be expecting you on the inside. Jason SMJ is losing time to Fred the Red. Wolvers is staying within 2 seconds of Jason SMJ. Fernasco, he's using up so much of his ERS. David's using up his ERS this time too. Fernasco's got to save some of it. I mean, I don't know how he's using that much in the wet conditions, to be fair. I'm surprised that a lot of these guys haven't spun more than they have. Danger's gone for a spin, just as I said that the commentator's curse. Feel bad for Monier, Fudge, Giabu, and Danger, man. They are way off the pace. Close to being lapped here. Monier, but that drive-through really cost him a lot of time, but he's lost a lot of time. I think he must have had a spin at some point. Fight Me No Bot, he's going to win this race by 30 seconds at this rate. I mean, J7SMJ really needs to hope for something.
Jeez.
He has to hope for a miracle. And that's going to be, if Fight Me No Bot's able to win today, that's 2 back-to-back wins in both tiers. Like I was saying before, he could win the championship in both. I'm not going to let that happen, though. Because I will practice hours upon hours to beat that man. I do not care. I love rivalries in league racing. They're so much fun. They push you to be so much quicker. J7SMJ, it's not looking good for you today,
I have no grip because I've got the wrong setup. I've got to drive.
That's no excuse. The other guys probably didn't put too much time into the setup. Says down the inside goes Fernasco with some great trail braking there. He almost pulled off the move on David. David's going to hold it on the inside. Fernasco's really close to the gearbox of the Mercedes. Can he make a move? No, he cannot. He's just going to have to sit behind the rear wing. These two are really similar on pace, to be fair. Bonier de Cheeks picks up another time penalty. Giabu's called it quits. To be fair, I don't blame him. Even though Danger was really close, he could have had a nice battle with him. But Fernasco in the slipstream. Can he make a move down into turn 1? Pulls out to the inside. Makes David go defensive. He did a little bit of a fake there, and he almost got alongside of David. Look at the spray that's kicking up. He can barely see in front of him. Oh. I tell you what, these drivers are doing an excellent job of keeping their car in a straight line. A lot of the drivers yesterday seemed to struggle in the dry conditions with spinning. It seems like they turned on traction control for the first time. I'm not sure if you watched that race, Jason SMJ, did you?
I watched a little bit of it.
What part of it? The
I don't even remember. Just I skipped through, to be honest.
Skimmed through?
Yeah.
No, but like the first few laps, we had 4 or 5 guys that spun, and it was quite bizarre. Last time we really saw that was at the beginning of the game cycle, where people were struggling with hitting the curves, because the curves are very, very, very deadly on this game.
Oh yeah, they're retarded. Italy's
exactly. Jason SMJ finally catching up to Fred the Red. Wolvers has dropped back, but he has a 12-second gap to his nearest competitor, and Innikilk. And then David and Fernasco are pretty close behind. This is the battle we're going to want to watch here for probably the majority of this race. Faminobot set another fastest lap. Fred the Red, how close can he get to that? He is oh my gosh. He is 2 seconds off? Apparently he's 2 seconds off, or maybe a second off, I'm not sure. But Jason SMJ is closing back up to the back of that Red Bull car. Jason SMJ, how long until dry tires is Jeff saying?
Like lap 24. He's not saying anything.
He hasn't said anything yet? You gotta hit Jeff. You gotta give Jeff a call here on the straightaway.
Oh yeah, that's a bad one. Jeff's banned from talking. I kinda canceled him.
Yeah, well, let us know what Jeff says on the straight.
Okay.
Gotta give some viewers some information here.
Can't get any grip! Fred's pulling away every time on the exits.
No move to be made yet for Jason 7J. What did Jeff say? I just said nothing. Oh, you didn't call him? Alright. Alright, Fernasco this lap. He's closer to David. David's closing up to Innikilk. This is going to be a three-headed battle here pretty soon. Fernasco, he has not been able to close up to David. Oh my gosh, Innikilk has 60% more ERS. That's a few seconds worth of ERS right there that he'll be able to use to defend from these two for at least the foreseeable future.
I cannot turn, I cannot turn,
We'll probably have to go back up to Jason or SMJ, but I think Fernasco might go for a move here. He thinks about it. David is probably cautious of Fernasco setting it into that corner. And he compromises exit just a little bit. Can he pull alongside the Mercedes? Not yet, but David goes deep. Oh, come on, Fernasco, make a move. Oh, he's so close to making a move.
Uh-oh, Fred.
Yep, Fred the Red is under pressure here from J7SMJ. He still has not picked up a penalty. Commentator's curse incoming for J7SMJ.
Yep.
Happens every time, man. Oh, down in the second gear. You should short shift up the third through there, J7. That's just my 2 cents. But this lap, could it be the lap that J7SMJ pulls alongside the Red Bull and makes the move down into turn 12? And these two have to be careful. If they start battling too much, that Wolvers will get into the hunt as well. But Fernasco is really close to David too. We'll get back to that as soon as possible.
He's too fast in the straight. I have no grip. I just keep.
You gotta pull up in the corners, J7SMJ. That's no excuse. You're the quicker driver.
Should I like increase my differential? I don't even know what it does.
What is your differential at?
90.
90? I mean, I don't know. I run my differential.
You know what, I'm gonna put it at 80. Let's see. I'm gonna start
usually
playing
like I run like 80, 82, 55 at most tracks, something like that. David's closed up to Innikilk pretty quickly here. Fernasco's starting to lose time. The Mercedes driver has suddenly found a decent amount of grip here in the last lap or so. And that's what you notice in the wet conditions in league racing. Some of these guys figure out certain tricks with the track that they can use to their advantage, and they start becoming a lot quicker. Like, these guys are probably a second a lap quicker than they were when they first put on intermediates around lap 5, because they're just getting into the track. They're getting a rhythm, which is a huge thing. You need to get into a rhythm if you want to achieve a good finishing result, achieve better lap times. Like, Fabino Bott right now, he's probably in a rhythm. There's nobody within 15 seconds of him right now. As Fred the Red picks up another time penalty, he has 6 seconds. Like, Fabino Bott, he's not even thinking about the guys behind anymore. He's just running his own race. It's like he's in a career mode race, driving the fastest car, you know? He's just in control.
Yeah, he always does that. He always gets in his mode for every league race I do with him. He just pulls away.
We didn't pull away from me yesterday until I had that wing damage, after we had contact, so.
I'm so much gas, dude. 3.0, oh my gosh. Freddy, come here.
Fred the Red Featherhead might lose second place here. Fudge is retired. That could be a safety car. We'll see once Fight Me Now bot gets to him. Or Danger. But Jason SMJ is trying to go around the outside of Featherhead. Through turn 12, down into turn 13 now. Jason SMJ is going to pull ahead. Potentially the Red Bull. Now Featherhead's going to try and hang it. But he loses the position to Jason SMJ. And we have a safety car. Safety car's deployed. And it's got to be a no-brainer to pit here for Fight Me Now bot. He's staying out. And if I were Jason SMJ, I am boxing for a fresh set of intermediate tires here.
I'm going for mediums, boys. We're pulling out the gamble.
Medium tires? Jason, it's still raining, bud.
Shit. Oh well.
So Fudge is retired. He had a pretty lonely race back there. Jason SMJ did not pit. Wolvers should have pit. I know the tire wear isn't high on these intermediate tires, but you do want a fresh set of them once the dry period comes around lap 25. What's a Knacklack going to do? He's watching these guys. He's definitely pitting. Yep, he's pitting. All these guys are pitting. Smart move from them because the only person they could get jumped by is Monier de Cheeks. Back in 9th place. Danger, is he on the lead lap? No, he's not, but he should be allowed to pass, right, J7?
Maybe.
We got 10 people watching. This reminds me of the good old WSR days, back on F1 2019. We'd have like 13 people a race. Most of the drivers would finish. And we'd have crazy large streams where we'd have like 10 or 15 people watching. David's going to hold them up. Jay going to get him. You think, Cohen? I mean, he did get Fred the Red, but do you think Jason SMJ can get Fight Me Now bot? How many? Wait, let's check penalties real quick. I don't like doing this as a commentator, but that's just cool to see. Fight Me Now bot has
I got like 2, I think.
a penalty and no warnings. Jason SMJ's got a warning. Fred the Red's got tons of warnings. He's out of the picture, really. That Wolvers has started to figure out the track a little bit. He has less warnings, but he's about to pick up his 3rd penalty. David has 2. Inakilk has 2. Franesco has a ton. Monier has a ton. Giabu's not even in the race anymore. And FC Danger has 6 seconds. Plus a ton of warnings. So, really, David and Inakilk could be in a potential race for the podium, these two.
Oh, there goes FC Danger.
Oh, Danger went by? Or no, he tried to? Oh, he's on mediums.
He spun.
Alright. Stream viewers, I'm going to have a quick bathroom break. I'll be right back in about a minute. J77J, you keep these guys entertained, please.
Alright. Complete
Just
silence.
talk about random stuff.
You know, when you're driving and you're behind another very fast driver, but you just can't keep up, you know? You know that feeling? It just doesn't feel good, you know what I mean? You feel like you're nothing. You feel like you're terrible. Who am I? Why am I here? That's how I feel. Now, if the rain goes away with the safety car will make us go very slow, so that'll add a few more seconds or minutes to our time in this race. So I'll probably be able to
In this race, everybody.
because I've got a super dry setup.
Alright,
This will be
Jason SMJ.
Who knows?
Is it stopped raining? Has it stopped raining?
No, it has not, but it's dying down. The safety car is adding time, so we're gonna get dry. Maybe 5 laps are dry instead of like 2 or 3.
It looks like it stopped raining pretty much, though.
Yeah, it kind of has.
Yeah, it definitely has, J7. So what did you tell the stream viewers, the watchers?
I told them how I felt being behind and being garbage at the game and being
Oh my gosh.
feeling terrible. And then I started to talk about how I could personally probably get past fight if the rain goes away now, because I've got a dry setup.
Yeah, copy that. We need a Son of Some J podcast. You're probably not wrong. He could go on for days and days about his life. Let's talk about the Miami GP, I guess. What do the viewers think of it? What do you guys think? Drop something in the comments.
I got to go there.
I thought it was a
practice.
decent race. I mean, I think the track overperformed its expectations. I saw a lot of people on Twitter trashing it, and I thought it was a pretty good race with the battles. Obviously the cars are pretty like the what am I trying to say? Most of the cars are pretty separated, but it's still quite entertaining. Monnier de Cheeks pit for mediums.
If you ever get the chance to go to an F1 race, do it. Practice, quality, doesn't matter. Just to see F1 cars.
I would, if I had the opportunity, I'd go to practice because that's the cheapest, and you get to see the cars.
That's what
by
I
themselves
did.
Just flying around.
I paid $150 for me and my dad, $300 total, just for practice. I got to sit at turn 1. I got to see turn 1, 2,
that is a large chunk of
gosh.
change, but you know.
I mean,
it's a once in a lifetime
know?
opportunity because those cars are incredible to watch in IRL. As
gotta
long as you got a good spot on track.
It's dry. Jeff's putting us in for softs. I should have pitted.
You should not pit. It is way too wet still. Look how damp it is on the track.
Dive bombing, fight me now.
I mean, Monnier de Cheeks might come out on top here. What do you guys think? The Miami race is pretty good. I definitely think it exceeded expectations.
It's drying up.
I think
By the time we get back to the pits, it's dry.
Okay, Jason. I think the main problem, Cohen, is that the Red Bull and Ferrari are just too far ahead. They're too far ahead at this point. You know, the cost cap and the whole wind tunnel thing. It was supposed to close the field up, and it sort of has for the rest of the field, including Mercedes. But at the top, they're still a second a lap faster than the rest of the field, which doesn't make any sense to me.
They should all get the same car.
No, not a spec series. Lord have mercy. Son of Some J, it is still pretty damp out there. There's no reason to pit.
I'm pitting.
This lap?
Yeah. The question is for soft or medium.
Medium. Dude, don't pit. It's way too wet.
Bro, it's gonna dry up. Don't worry.
I wonder what people in the stream think. We got 10 people watching here, including.
All right. Well, I'm gonna gamble. All right. I'm throwing all my cash into this one.
All right, Son of Some J's taking a gamble. That's gonna obviously not pay off.
Oh yeah, it's dry now.
It is not dry, Son of Some J.
It is dry. Hold on, let me rub my eyes.
Son of Some J boxing. Oh, Firmino Bot's gonna box too. They're all coming into the pit lane this lap. Furthermont stays out. This looks like the Hungarian GP. We got one runner on track. What the hell is going on here? Unbelievable. Monnier de Cheeks is going to come out. Monnier de Cheeks is pit. He's going to come. He's going to be in the... Monnier de Cheeks is going to be in the lead. Oh my gosh. He's going to have like a 15-second gap to the rest of the field. Oh my gosh. Monnier de Cheeks has a really good chance of getting a podium here. Fred the Red. We'll see if he made the right decision. I think you should have pit. I mean, there's still a lot of spray, but the dry tires has so much more grip for some reason. It's pretty similar actually, isn't it? But Monnier de Cheeks is closing in slowly but surely.
Still
and out of the pit lane they come. All these drivers are looking to make a run at the podium.
Yeah, still a little bit.
Almost loses it. Wolvers really close. Oh, but he picks up another time penalty. Wolvers, that's what you don't want to be doing here. I mean, this is Wilbur's first league race, I'm pretty sure, so to be fair, I mean, we'll give him the benefit of the doubt.
Oh my gosh, Wilbur's is on my tail.
Yeah, Wolvers is looking to make the move on Son of Some J. He pit for the soft compound tires. Oh, he tries to cut back. What an excellent move! He's alongside of the Ferrari. He's making Son of Some J look like a clown here. And Son of Some J's been a league racer for a long time, for a year and a half now.
I've been off for a while, that's my
What
excuse.
A great camera angle. I'd love to see this battle from a third-person POV. Is oh my gosh, Wolvers almost done it. Monnier de Cheeks currently in the lead of this race. He's already lost 2 seconds this lap to Firmino Bot.
Holy shit, I got hit.
Wolvers gave Son of Some J a bit of a love tap. Featherhead's going to pit this lap. He's going to lose all his precious positions, though. He's going to be back probably to a kill. Wolvers staying pretty close to Son of Some J. He's got good pace in these wet conditions. Fernasco, he's on soft compound tires as well, and he'll want to get by David this lap if possible. He's alongside of the Mercedes almost. David's going to go defensive, heading down into turn 1. Fernasco pulls to the inside. David cuts aggressively to take away that inside option. There's a bit of contact. Fernasco's going to try and... No, Fernasco, you just want to hold off for now. No. There's going to be an incident. Oh, my gosh. No. Oh, my gosh. That scared me. I am shocked those guys made it through. That is excellent driving from those two. David was a bit aggressive under braking there, to be fair. Probably be a warning in real life, but it's all fair. It's sim racing. It's supposed to be fun. Fernasco's using a lot of battery to get by David. Can he do it, though? Always going to try and cut back. Oh, but David parks it on the apex. What a great defensive move there from David. But this time, I think Fernasco's going to be able to get by. David's trying to push him as far to the inside as possible. They're touching a little bit. They're banging wheels. This is like NASCAR here. Rubbin's racing, baby. Down the inside goes Fernasco into turn 12. David's going to hold around the outside. Can Fernasco get ahead? He's just used up all of his battery. David goes really deep into the corner. Fernasco leaves in the room. But, Fernasco finally gets ahead of David. Oh, but he goes deep. He misses the corner. He blew the corner, but David blew the corner too. And I think Fernasco is going to live for another day. He's going to be up in the 5th position. J707J is charging up to Fight Me Now Bot now as well. DRS has been enabled this lap. Fight Me Now Bot doesn't have much ERS left either. Woolworths is in a really good position with the ERS, actually. Same with David. Fernasco's run out of battery. So these three are really going to be in contention for the win. I think they're going to catch up to Moniated Cheeks quite quickly. Moniated Cheeks with that excellent strategy move there, to be fair. I'm surprised he caught up under safety car conditions, though. He was 30 seconds back at the start of the final lap of the safety car. And that scene was reminiscent of the Hungarian GP this year, for sure. J707J. Can he close up to Fight Me No Bot? He's got the DRS this lap. He's using some ERS. J707J's on 27%, while Fight Me No Bot's on 36. And Wolvers is using up a lot of ERS. What Wolvers wants to hope for is a little bit of an accident between these two front runners, but he's picked up another time penalty. And that's going to cost him in the long run, as Fred the Red's going down the inside on those soft foam cone tires on Innikilk. We have to remind ourselves that Wolvers and Fernasco are on the softs. So they're gonna lose pace at the end of this race. The softs can easily go to the end, but when you're around 10 laps in on them, they start to lose tons of time. You're a second slower than you were at the beginning of your stints. At least at the beginning of the race, with fresh tires. Makes a big difference, man. Those mediums are going to be way quicker at the end. But Wolvers is enjoying the soft combo tires. He got away from the rest of the pack. But he has so many, 12 seconds of time penalties, right? So he's going to have to be careful because all these guys behind could pass him at the end of the race if they stay within 6 seconds of him. Because I think most of them have 6 or 3 seconds at the moment. Oh, J7 has some J. Oh! J7. Oh my gosh, Wolvers. I've never seen a move been made there, but he tried it. Definitely has more grip. J7 has some J. He's tracking under the pressure. There's a reason J7 has some J has never won a WSR championship. In the first season of the junior tier, he tied. In the second season of the junior tier, he tied for the championship again. And then last season in the main tier, WSR straight up, J7 has some J choked the championship at the final race. I'm not trying to embarrass you, J7 has some J. It's just facts. The fact is, I'm a champion and you're not. Oh, but Fight Me Now Bot locks up! And J7 has some J is ahead of the Alpine driver.
He keeps breaking
Cheeks,
too
remember,
early.
is still 6 seconds ahead of these drivers, and he can still contend for a podium here as well. Fight Me Now Bot has 6 seconds of time penalties. He loses a little bit of grip there, and Wolvers is going to try and make a move. Does Fight Me Now Bot have wing damage?
No.
No? Or are you just quick today, J7 SMJ? Because
No,
I couldn't keep up with him yesterday.
I smacked into the back of him because he keeps breaking early. Like, too early. He just
oh,
sticks
yeah.
up.
I think he has wing damage for sure, then. Maybe not. I don't know. All I know is that Fight Me Now Bot was really quick yesterday, but Wolvers is having none of that. He doesn't give a damn. He's going to send it down into turn 1. Or at least I thought he was going to. Fred the Red's the fastest lap of the race. Fight Me Now Bot got a little loose there. Wolvers is trying to make a move, But you're never going to make a move through this X section without having contact. And either you or the other driver goes off into the wall, and then you have a big debate in Discord after. That's what always happens, right? Go into the steward's room or something like that if you go side by side into there. But Fight Me Not Bod is staying pretty close to J7 on this lap. He looked a little bit squirmy at the end of the last lap in the first part of the first sector of this lap, but he's figured it out. He's gone back into that rhythm. And J7 SMJ is going to have nothing to hold back Fight Me Not Bod on this lap. Wolvers has dropped back since he has no ERS left. Inakilk and David. Inakilk gets ahead. And we go back up to the leaders. J7 SMJ and Fight Me Not Bod. J7 SMJ went really defensive. Fight Me Not Bod is going to go down the inside and get the move done through turn 12. Wolvers trying to sneak around the outside. Oh, contact. Will Wolvers send it? I am shocked he's not, but I think he's just watching these two and hoping that an incident happens at this stage. Because the last thing Wolvers wants to do is let the guys behind catch up, because he has more time penalties. But if, say, Fight Me Not Bod and J7 SMJ crash each other out, Wolvers could easily win this race. And I think that's what he's hoping for. But Wolvers is really close this lap. He's going to have to send it at some point if he wants to win this race on track. He tries to sneak it on the inside of turn 1, but he's not going to make the move just yet. He's waiting. Fernasco and Fred the Red. Oh, Fred the Red's trying to get ahead. Same with David and Inakilk. We got battles all over the track. Inakilk and David. Oh, baby! David has to back out. Wolvers lost. Wolvers is so quick on those soft compound tires. I'm impressed by this guy. I thought he was going to be quick, but not race-winning pace quick. I mean, I know I said he was a dark horse, but I was just throwing that out there. I mean, he has really proven himself to be a very talented driver today. And J-Son SMJ, he's pretty talented too, and he's looking for the move on Fight Me Not Bod on this lap. Can he make the move? What a shitty camera angle, Codemasters. But they fixed it. And down into turn 12, J-Son SMJ and Fight Me Not Bod are going side by side once again. Fight Me Not Bod is going to lose out, it looks like, on this lap. Oh, baby. Oh, J-Son SMJ goes deep. Is Fight Me Not Bod, he's going to try and go around the outside. No fucking way if he pulls this off. But, no, I think he backed out of it. He's not going to make the move there either. I am shocked J-Son SMJ hasn't picked up a penalty yet.
I'm on the verge.
Oh! I didn't pick up a penalty yesterday, but I'm still impressed by your driving. You can see Monier de Cheeks out there in the distance. He's 5 seconds ahead of these guys. He's found some pace here. As oh, down the inside goes Fight Me Not Bod down into turn 1. Wolvers is going to look. He's going to make it 3 wide. It's going to be a McLaren, Ferrari, Alpine sandwich here at Coda. Oh my gosh. J-Son SMJ loses out to Wolvers. Wolvers is up in the 2nd position. Can he stick with Fight Me Not Bod though? Yes, he can. Yeah, he's not losing too much time. And we knew Wolvers was quick when we watched him in quality because he was using all the track, hitting all the apexes. His wheel movement looked really smooth. But can he pull off a move on Fight Me Not Bod this lap? It looks like he's going to be too far back. I think J-Son SMJ has to try and make a move here. Because Wolvers is out of ERS. His red light's blinking. Same for Fight Me Not Bod though. Or no, Fight Me Not Bod has 30%. At some point, that's Wolvers... Fine. Oh, it's J-Son SMJ picks up a penalty, but he still is in a solid position here. Because he has only 3 seconds compared to these other guys who have at least 6. J-Son SMJ, he's on the prowl here. Obviously, he wants to get by Wolvers at some point. You can hear his the gear paddles on his wheel in the background. He is really focused. That's Inakilk and David going side by side. Inakilk loses the position to David. David up in the 7th place. These guys are well off the pace of the rest of the field, though. They will not be contending for the win. Somebody to watch out for, though, is Fred the Red. Can he make up that 5-second gap? I don't think he can, but he is probably the quickest guy on dries out here right now. These guys are pushing like crazy, though. I'll give them that. And at some point, Wolver's softs are going to start to fall off, and it might be this lap. He's close to losing the DRS now. 8.5 tenths back. Wolvers is just going to hang on for this lap. But none of these guys have ERS left, to be fair. I think Monnier de Cheeks. Yeah, Monnier de Cheeks has no ERS left either. But it becomes a whole different ballgame when they catch up to Monnier. For sure. I mean, Monnier, what he really needs to do is hold up J707J to get 5 minutes out of the bot the win here. That would be something. For sure. Yeah, Wolvers is just... even J707J is losing time to 5 minute bot. I think 5 minute bot might have just fallen out of his rhythm for a few laps then, and he's starting to find it again. I mean, he is hitting all the apexes here. He's driven an excellent race, to be fair. I mean, he had a 20-second lead before the safety car. But on to the front straight we go. They will be in the DRS of Monnier de Cheeks by the next DRS straight. Mark my words. That Wolvers is about to lose the DRS though of Faminabot. He's got to push like hell through this first sector. We'll go back to these guys, David and Anakill. Give them some screen time as their battle continues. Oh, it's Fred the Red that's wrecked! He's spun it on the exit of turn 1. That's going to be a VSC. And that settles everything down again. These guys are going to get some ERS deployment back. Not much, but I think it'll go up. And Fred just threw away a possible podium there. We got 8 runners left in this race. It's been a phenomenal race considering we've had pretty much no drivers.
How many penalties does Monnier have?
Monnier de Cheeks, I'm not going to give that away.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, we're in the final 10 laps of the race now, J707J. It'd be unfair to the rest of the drivers if I gave you information. And this top 4 fight is going to be something to behold on these final laps, though. That's for sure. And Fernasco's all on his own now. David and Innikilk. Oh, Fernasco's got a drive through, so he'll probably close up to these guys, though. Right? As we go on board with David, he goes down the inside of Innikilk, gets the move done before the first corner. Innikilk has 50% ERS. He's done a great job of saving that. And that will probably help him prevail in that battle against David. Fernasco will have to go through the pit lane for it to serve as drive-through at some stage. Probably on the last lap.
I got a warning for that. Wow.
J707J picks up another warning. Could that be if J707J picks up 6 seconds of time penalties? Who will lose this race to Faminabot? David picks up a 3-second time penalty. He's really out of contention, but these guys have finally caught up to Monnier de Cheeks. He pulled that off, that absolute blinder of a strategy call to put on those mediums. Wow, it was still intermediate conditions, and then once the safety car came in, everybody pit, and Monnier was the only guy to stay out, other than Fred the Red, who was still on inners. It was sort of reminiscent of Hungary 2021, where Hamilton was the only guy to stay out on intermediates. But this lap, Faminabot does have the DRS. He's closed down that 14-second advantage that Monnier de Cheeks once had about 8 laps ago. J707J is really close this time, though, to that Wolvers. He's pulling to the outside. He has no ERS left. Wolvers is probably going to have to defend. He's going to defend the position? No, he's going to back out of it. Wolvers is starting to fall away on those soft compound tires. Same with Fernasco. As further back, David and Innikilk. They're battling. Oh! David and Innikilk have contact. I think David's going to wait for Innikilk. He thought that was a bit unfair. A bit of an unfair move, and that's great sportsmanship from David, to be fair. Good driving from the pair of them. They have had an excellent battle today. But Faminabot, this lap, he's going to pass his Alpine teammate. We'll see if his Alpine teammate tries to hold up the rest of the field. I wonder what will happen as David lets Innikilk through. Monnier de Cheeks is going to fight it, though. They make contact. They're teammates, remember. I think what Monnier de Cheeks should try to do... Oh, as he sends it down the inside! Oh, and there's contact! Monnier de Cheeks, with a last gasp effort to keep the lead, loses it all, and there's no chance of a putting for him now. As, oh, there's more contact! That Wolvers and J707J going side by side through the S section. J707J, will he pull ahead? Yes, he will! But can he keep inside the DRS? He's 9 tenths back right now, and I think he's got it. He's going to push like hell through these next couple corners, though, and he keeps it. Monnier to Cheeks will keep 4th place, though. It was a very aggressive move from Monnier, and it was definitely not Faminobot's fault. I think Monnier just went deep.
He committed treason. That was very scary.
Against his teammate. He could have held you up, Jason SMJ,
man.
to help his teammate win. But of course he didn't. He wanted that win. He wanted his first win in WSR. His first podium, I think, in WSR. Unless I'm forgetting of another time. Maybe in the junior tour he got a podium. I can't remember. Jason SMJ can really just sit behind him, Faminobot now. But if you... He might want to take the one on track just in case Faminobot tries to get a penalty removed. You never know, right? So... I want to see you send it! Like Daniel Ricciardo. Oh my gosh, that might have been a warning right there. Faminobot picks up another time penalty though. And I think that's
alright. At
settled.
WSR, we went on track, gentlemen. Last
yes,
lap,
we went on
go.
track. In the first race back to strict corner cutting rules, nobody's going to have less than... nobody's going to have more or less than 3 seconds of time penalties. I think everybody except Jason SMJ has at least... What, 6 seconds? Or even 9 seconds at this stage. Is what I'm trying to say. David retired, so we're only going to have 6 points pending finishers considering Giabu was a ghost car. I mean, to be fair, these drivers put on a hell of a race today. And once we get the turnout up, once we get 20 drivers in here, which I know we will, because this was a hell of a race. I mean, anything's possible. Hope you guys who watched enjoyed this, but it's still not over. Jason SMJ, he's in the slipstream. He only has 5% ERS left. Faminobot has 15%. Will Jason SMJ go for the dive here? Will he wait for turn 15? He's going to wait for turn 15. He gets right to the back of Faminobot, who's been braking really early for these corners. Jason SMJ loses a little bit of grip there. He gives him the bump. He's going to try and do a bump and run here, baby. Dale Earnhardt Sr. style. Oh, and he's going to switch to the inside. Down the inside at turn 15 he goes. He pushes him off the track. Jason SMJ picks up another time penalty. And they're going side by side through the quadruple apex corner. Down into turn 20 now. Just Jason SMJ ahead. Yes, he's going to win it on track and win it on penalties. What a fucking battle at the end of this race. Holy shit. Wow, Jason SMJ. That was an excellent display of driving. He takes the win on track. Faminobot in second. That Wolvers in third. Monnier to Cheeks is going to have to settle for fourth, but I'm sure he's not complaining about that result. What a frickin' drive from him. Fernasco, he's going to come home in P5 after serving his drive-through. Here he comes. He had some excellent battles with David early in the race and Anakilk. Anakilk, bravo to him too. It's been a hell of a race. Wow. Oh my gosh. Wow. We only had 6 finishers, right? And it was probably one of the best races I've seen in a long time, to be fair. Hope you guys in the stream enjoyed it. We'll try and get podium interviews for all 3 of these guys.
Yes, ma'am. Look at that. From Mother Russia.
Alright, we'll do podium interviews without Fight Me Now Bot.
That's some dangerous driving, man. Damn right it was.
David is sad because he doesn't get points. You have to finish the race, bro. Alright, we're going to try and get these guys in here real quick. We'll go through the final results again. Oh, Fight Me Now Bot had 6 seconds of time penalties, too. That was for the win! I am such an idiot. I'm sorry to the people watching the stream who thought that race was over. It was not. That was a battle for the win. Unbelievable.
Yeah, it was. Why do you think I was sweating my balls off?
J7, Fight Me Now Bot. They finished 1-2. Wolvers in third, Monnier in fourth. I mean, there's not much to talk about. Switchback and fudge short races. But we'll try and get these guys in here, so make sure you stay tuned for these podium interviews. This is our first time really doing podium interviews this season. We're trying something new, and I think it's gonna be fun. Okay, perfect. Everything's good. We'll invite these guys in here, but we could start with J7SM J. I mean, what were you thinking in those closing laps? Yeah, I get you. I get you. So how concerned were you about Wolvers when he got past you and he was about to lose that DRS? Oh Lord, a time trial setup?
Struggled.
That's a big no-no.
Oh well, it doesn't matter. Who got that? You. Barely.
Alright. I don't think Fight Me Now Bot's gonna join. Yeah.
A section because I didn't want to die, so I let them pass, and I decided to pass later on.
Yeah. Alright. Wolvers, make sure you have your audio sharing on. I haven't done this. Whatever. We usually don't do podium interviews, but I'm trying it for the new season. So what are we gonna ask him, J7? You're my co-commentator.
So Wolvers, how did you feel about being up in the top 3 today the entire time and fighting with extremely fast drivers?
It shouldn't have happened, honestly.
No, it should have happened. How did you feel about this being your first league race? What did you think?
Oh, it's definitely fun. Definitely want to do it again next week.
Good job. Good
Alright,
job.
so
good
like,
response.
what were you thinking when you were battling those top guys? Were you trying to like get ahead or just stay behind and hope for them to like have an accident? Like
Stay behind and hope for an accident. I
Yeah.
knew that the entire time that they were faster than me on the every lap pace, so
Can
I
you
was
walk
just
us
sitting
through
back
your
there
thought
waiting.
process going 3 wide in
Oh my
the S
gosh,
section?
I was fucking scared for my life.
Yeah, you're lucky I pulled out.
I know.
I was like,
I
I'm
kept
not
thinking
gonna die.
which one's gonna pull out first.
I was on the far outside, so I had to pull out.
Yeah.
I let you go. But that's why, at the end, we all survived.
I wish I could have raced, man, but unfortunately the two commentators weren't here, but they'll be back next week, and they are really good. Way better than me.
Well,
J7, I'm gonna beat you, man. You ain't beating me. Wolvers, how much practice did you put in? I'm just curious. One last question.
A little bit,
A little bit.
but yeah, qualifying could have been better, but I kind of fucked it up a little bit. So.
Yeah, I thought, because I saw you did like a 31-2 in time trial. I was a bit confused.
Mm-hmm.
Because it looked like you looked like you were hitting all the apexes, but you were just slow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right.
But it was my debut, so there's more to
Yeah.
come. Definitely.
Yeah. Well,
It'll
I
get
think
better
that's
over
it,
time.
guys. People are watching the stream. Thank you for tuning in. This was a hell of a race, considering we only had really, I think, 11 actual drivers, maybe 12. Things will definitely improve. If we can have the same type of action with 20 drivers, it's gonna be an incredible season. This is Flip Flop Fix signing off. JSNSMJ.
good afternoon, gentlemen.
Yep. We'll see you guys next week. We're at Brazil. Should be an exciting race. But yeah, I think that's about everything. Have a safe and a healthy night. Peace.